Hello. For this video, I'm just gonna let myself ramble a little bit. So I want to start off by saying yesterday, which was Christmas, happy holidays for all of you celebrating any holidays this break. I found out my course grades, and I found them out pretty early. I was watching Orphan Black with my mom and my siblings and my dad. They would sort of just like float in and out, but my mom and I would be the ones staying there watching the entire day. We finished season 4, which was great. Anyway, I found them out, and I didn't say anything to anyone at all until after we had finished Orphan Black, and my mom was like already settled into bed, and she was ready to go to sleep. And it was like 7 o'clock. She has to get up early for her job. And, you know, the whole day I was sort of just like, I feel really bad, and I don't want to tell anyone. But then I remembered that my counselor said that when you have times like those, when you don't feel like telling anyone anything, those are the times that you sort of really need to reach out for support and comfort, because those are the things that are going to help you get back on your feet the fastest. So I walked into my mom's dark room, and I just asked if I could have a hug. And she said, of course. So I climbed into her bed, and she hugged me for a while, and I told her that I failed my classes. I didn't fluff it up by saying anything like, I know I could have done better or anything like that. I just said, I failed some classes. And she held me for a long time and asked if I was sad and if I was disappointed. And I said, yeah. But after that, you know, we just sort of had a long talk about the things that happened this semester, but sort of just like life in general. We talked about love and happiness and forgiveness and moving on and taking care of yourself and just in general making sure that you're happy. So when she asked me if I'm still excited about chemistry, if I still love chemistry, I said yeah, because I am. And it happened to be the one class that I passed this semester, and it's the most important one, so I was able to feel proud of myself for that. But in terms of failing my other 2 classes, you know, it's difficult to talk about because I know that I could have very well passed them. And I'm not going to say I could have very easily passed them. It would have been really difficult. It was difficult throughout the entire semester just because physics and math this particular semester was not easy for me from the beginning. And it was about halfway through the semester, and I kind of just gave up. Like, in all honesty, I gave up on them. I was really surprised that I kept trying for chemistry, but I guess something about it being my major maybe made me try harder. But when it came to those 2 courses, I couldn't bring myself to do the work properly, get the homework done, study for my quizzes, etc. And I look back at it and, you know, I'm very clearly disappointed in myself, and I don't think I can get around that disappointment. But, you know, now that the semester is over, I've accepted the consequences, because I did not pass those classes. I got D's in those 2 courses. My GPA drops beneath a 2.0 for the term, and as a result, I will be put on academic probation. Now, I've already looked into it a little bit, and I know that I'll have to speak to an academic advisor when I go back in the spring, but as far as I can tell, it's not going to affect me too greatly. The requirement to get out of academic probation is for your cumulative GPA to be above a 2.0, and even though my GPA dropped this term, my cumulative GPA is still above a 2.0. So as long as I pass my classes next semester, which I definitely plan on doing, I hope to work very hard on my classes next semester, then I'll be off academic probation within a term. And so I know that failing my classes, to me personally, it's a big reflection of who I am as a student and who I am as a person concerning my discipline and my determination. And so, to me, I definitely feel like a failure right now. But despite that overwhelming sad feeling, I also know that it's not the end of the world. And I know that I'm not gonna like drop out of Berkeley because I failed 2 courses. It just means that I really need to pick up my shit. I need to get on top of my responsibilities and figure out how to motivate myself to get those things done. So, I feel like it's appropriate, because it's the end of the year, to make a sort of resolution to just work harder. Because, this is a banner right here, and let's see if I can show you. I am on my laptop right now, but anyway, it's a big banner of myself, actually, and staying in my room here is kind of difficult for me sometimes, just because there are a lot of memories here, but also I'm constantly reminded of how well I did in high school. And, I'm trying to take that as a good thing. I'm trying to take it as a good thing that I have my awards in this bookshelf here. I put this here for a reason, and I put this here for a reason. It's because I don't want my success to end in high school. And even though I failed 2 classes, I can still say that I know I'm going to work harder, because I never want to feel like this again. So, I guess, moral of this entire experience is that it's okay to fail sometimes. You're going to make bad decisions. I made bad decisions for the entire second half of a semester because I gave up. It doesn't mean that you can't fix it. It doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. You just pick yourself up. You say it's okay to yourself. You look at your options, because there are always options. And you work towards a better future. So that's what I'm going to be doing next semester. I know that I'll be on academic probation. I don't know how that's going to affect any other activities that I partake in. But I'm going to work harder. And I'm going to bring my GPA back up. And I'm going to feel proud of myself at the end of next semester, because I don't feel proud of myself right now. So, this was a very long video. I did say I was going to ramble a lot, but thankfully I didn't cry, so that was a good thing. I hope you're having a good time wherever you are. If you're having college courses, I hope they all went well, and even if they didn't, it is okay. So, alright, so thanks for watching. Whatever. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a good time wherever you are, and I will see you when I see you.